3rd. And just a little bit about both of them. Tamisha is an entrepreneur. She's a president, a published writer, a change agent, and a momager to James Edward Collier III. She is a program manager with the Federal Aviation Administration, president-elect at National Black Coalition of the Federal Aviation Administration, the Washington headquarters region. And also she's the owner of T. LaRue Solutions, LLC. And Mr. James Edward Collier, oh my God, the third. I can't forget the third, because that's part of his brand.
That's right.
He is the Chief Visionary Officer and owner of 3 For Me Incorporated. Oh my God. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely. I am so excited. And happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, Tamisha, I'm going to start with you. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Tamisha LaRue in LLC. Tell me
Yes.
about that. What services do you provide?
For T. LaRue Solutions, we help entrepreneurs or soon-to-be entrepreneurs get started. We can set you up with your website, some automation. We help you with your strategy to get started. We give you graphics and things to get you kick-started. We offer short-term solutions to small businesses, and it's just been a blessing ever since we've started. I work primarily right now with nonprofit organizations, but I do try to only work with businesses that have are change agents.
Okay.
So we're not just about the money; we're about changing the world.
I love
and
that.
so those are the clients that I choose to help.
Okay. And so how did we move on and get started with helping your son become an entrepreneur?
Well, my son came home a couple of years ago during Thanksgiving break, right before Thanksgiving break, and he had been cornered in a bathroom by 2 young boys, and they began to slap him, and he couldn't get out. And so, he wouldn't speak out about it, and I noticed that it started to affect his behavior at school, and he started to just feel kind of isolated, and so, of course, that was causing him to want more attention. So he was doing some things that I didn't really approve of. And so we tried, restrictions and taking things away, but I felt like maybe we should try to give him some purpose and see what happens with that. And my, has he just taken it and ran with it.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, and this is where I'm going to ask you, Mr.
Yes.
James Edward Collier III, 3 For Me Incorporated. Tell me about your business.
Well, my company wants to stop bullying, and since I'm having an upcoming comic book, I like comic books, so that's why I started making. So that's why I was thinking, if I like comic books so much, why shouldn't I make one myself?
Exactly. I love it. And that really goes on because you really have 3 components to your business: the gaming, the giving, and the gear. So the gaming part is part of that comics, right?
Yeah, the comics will be turned into a cartoon and video game.
Wow, that is awesome. And so
We may work with Nintendo.
oh, really? All right. And that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That is awesome. And I know that you just recently, you were speaking, was it Philadelphia?
He will next week.
Next week. So tell us about that.
What's
you
going on
you
next
are like
week?
the guest speaker, right?
Yeah.
Yes, tell us about that.
Well, I'm going to be at a fashion show showing off my clothes and advertisements at a vending table and a fashion show.
That is
And
awesome.
what's the event called?
It's called the 3rd Annual Teen Expo.
All right.
Yes, in South Jersey. Yes.
South Jersey. That is awesome. And so that's really one of the other parts is the gear part. So that's what you're showing. And so what does your shirt say? Tell us about that.
Well, it's Geek Society, and it stands for what geek stands for.
Okay.
Giftedly educated, exceptional kids.
I love
Yeah.
that.
That's
Oh
right.
my goodness.
That's
And you
right.
came up with that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. And Mom, I tell you, how important is it for him to see you doing all these wonderful things? Because that undoubtedly had to be inspiration for him.
Yes, it is very, very important for me to show and expose him to just the different options that are available to him as he gets older. Just yesterday, we were at a STEM aviation career fair, and the day before that, we did the reality show with the Boys and Girls Club. And, you know, with my business, he sees the endless hours that I put in. He sees the sacrifice, but he also sees that I still have time for him. We still have time to volunteer, and it's just very important that he's well-rounded. So
I love that.
it's a must in our household.
I love it. I tell you. And so, Tamisha, you founded the Entrepreneur Meetup DMV. So
Yes.
talk a little bit about that, because that's really where I met you, and I
Yes.
absolutely love it.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Yes, so I am the founder of Entrepreneurs Meetup DMV. We are hoping that it'll grow into Entrepreneurs Meetup USA. We're actually working with Atlanta right now to get something set up in Atlanta. But it is for entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs in the DMV area. We meet somewhere in the DMV every third Sunday from 11 to 1, and we network. We sit down and we have our unlimited mimosas,
Yes.
our bottomless mimosas. But we just sit down, and it's a chance for us to actually just talk with other people that are like-minded in entrepreneurship. Sometimes our friends don't understand the journey that we're on, and so it allows us to do that. But we're also kicking up some community events that we want to do, as well as some happy hours and some other activities. But we do have a Facebook group, so please join us. We have the typical thing. You can brag on yourself and get some help right in the group. We just started 6 months ago this month, and we are already over 300 strong.
Absolutely.
So we want to keep growing. So all of the entrepreneurs, and if you're not in the DMV and you're watching, still join, because we're going to branch out.
I
So,
love that.
Yes.
I love that. And it's really become a community, a
Yes, it
wonderful
has.
family community. So I
Yes,
appreciate
it
that.
is.
Exactly. And so I want to get back to Mr. James Edward Collier just for a little bit, because with your comic books, tell me how you are planning to develop that, because that's really awesome. And I think you're going to do like a series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So, well, since the setting is Sunkmania Galaxy, I had them for my first comic book. I had them going around, and then they found themselves in Star Age, or they don't know, and then they figure out to build a base, and well, that's pretty much it.
Okay. For now, right?
now,
Tell them
that's
to stay
right.
tuned.
Exactly. I
His
love
comic
that.
book will be released August 11th.
Oh, wow.
And we are planning
Okay.
a huge book release
Oh, my goodness.
for him. Yes.
That is so awesome. Oh, I tell you, it is so important that we stick with the youth and inspire them to
Absolutely.
do more. Do more. And
Absolutely.
this is a true testament to what this has done, because I tell you, how old are you?
I'm 8.
You're 8 years old, guys. 8 years old. Unbelievable. And so it just really speaks to how when you invest, you will see your return on that investment. And so
Yes.
you have to invest in our youth. So it's wonderful. So Tamisha, where can individuals find you? Where can they find James, so they can connect and follow you guys and see what you guys have up?
Absolutely. So I'm Tamisha LaRue on Facebook. Feel free to reach out to me there. Entrepreneurs Meetup is a Facebook group. You can look for that as well. Entrepreneurs Meetup DMV, I'm sorry. James is Geek Society 3 for me on Instagram. And he's also just simply 3 III for me on Facebook. And so we've been trying to, keep all of our social medias updated and everything.
And just
But
in
yes.
that significance, I wanted to share the significance for the name, the
Yes.
3 for me.
Go ahead, tell them how you came up with 3 for me.
Well, I came up with 3 for me because, so, my last name. I'm the third.
Third, yeah.
And I had something, so I wanted something to rhyme with that was catchy.
Okay.
So-
I love it.
So I had 3 for me.
3 for me, exactly. And that really goes along with your 3 parts.
The 3,
Yeah.
yes,
Right? The 3
yes,
components.
yes. And he
Exactly.
releases 3 T-shirts
I love
every report card period. So,
I love
and these are some of them now, but the new ones will be going up next week, actually, for the Youth Expo.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
that is awesome. And first of all, I just wish you so much success, and I cannot wait to see how you blossom and bloom and do great things in the future, because I'm going to keep up with you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And Tamisha LaRue, thank you so much
No
for coming on your day, Mother's Day, spending it with your son, and just sharing it with everyone, all the good stuff that you guys have going. So I appreciate you, and have grown to really appreciate and love what you do. So
thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Absolutely.
And Dr. Sharon, is always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Always.
Guys, I tell you, you got to follow him. I'm telling you, James Edward Collier the Third.
That's right.
Don't
remember
forget
it.
the third. That's it. And Tamisha LaRue, I appreciate you. And guys, we're going to take another quick break, and we will be back with my next guest, Miss Joy T.J. Riley.
All right. Thank you. Good job. High five, buddy. Good job. Thank you, everybody watching. Happy Mother's Day. All right, say Happy Mother's Day, James.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.